Sports games that have an interesting look or try something different, or heck, even a new kind of sport altogether, can be a lot of fun when done well, and there's a new one called Disc Jam available now on the PlayStation 4. But is this game like the new Rocket League, or is it just falling flat on its face? Disc Jam is a sports title developed by only 2 people, and it's all about discus throwing. It's kind of futuristic, and it's either played one-on-one or 2v2, with your goal being to see who can get to 50 points first in order to win a set. The first to win 2 sets is the winner of the matchup. The action is fast-paced, and there's never a dull moment. Matches take only a handful of minutes, but there's not time to take a breather or put the controller down. Even between sets, you're right back into the action. The game's very easy to pick up and play, but it will take you a little bit in order to master the skills. I highly recommend checking out the tutorial, even if a few of the tutorials in the advanced set are a little bit badly worded. Took a couple of tries in order to figure out exactly what it wanted me to do, but these skills became invaluable during the course of my playing, as I was able to pull off some really cool maneuvers, bouncing the discus off the wall, skipping it against the walls, and being able to get into just the nook and crannies I needed in order to score points. There's a lot of strategy involved in it. Basically, you can, of course, catch it and throw it immediately right back. Timing it will allow it to have much more speed if you do it exactly right. Then it's all up to the direction of the joystick. Depending upon where you move it and how you move it right when you're throwing it will dictate what direction it goes, and doing it in certain motions will cause a few different kinds of skill shots in order to pull off. There's also special moves. If the disc is flying up into the air and you get underneath of it and a meter builds up really quickly while it's coming down at you, you can unleash a very special move which will usually end up leading to a score. You have the ability to slide quickly, and this will become essential in order to time it just right so you're able to grab the discus before it ends up going into your net. You have a shield that you can block a discus throw and knock it up into the air. This will slow things down a little bit, then you can quickly grab it in order to kind of get the advantage, or at least put things in your favor. You can also block with the shield right at the net and knock the discus right back into your opponent's playing field and hopefully catch them off guard that way, or you can even lob the discus up into the air, and the game works really well at pinpointing exactly where you want to put it so that you can also hopefully catch them off guard that way and score some points. You can also block a shot with the shield right at the net and hopefully bounce it back into your opponent's field and hopefully catch them off guard. Also, catching them off guard can be lob throws. You can kind of throw it right up into the air and pinpoint exactly where you want to put it. So if your opponent's all the way in the far upper right corner, you can put it in the lower left corner right by the net and hopefully be able to score that way. The way that the scoring works also is quite interesting. Your goal is to get to 50 points first. However, at the start of a round, the first throw can count as an ace. So if you get the discus first and throw it and score immediately on that first throw, you're going to get 10 points for that ace. However, once it comes back at you, then it ends up going up by just 1. It defaults back to 5, and every time it passes over the net, it goes up by 1 after that first throw. So once you go back and forth a few times, you can get up to 10, 15, 20, or 25 points, depending upon how much you and your opponent end up going back and forth. And once it finally ends up scoring, you'll end up getting a mass amount of points. Once you get the hang of things, though, it is a lot of fun. It can be played both locally multiplayer or online. You can set up a LAN matchup as well, and you can do either public or private matches. You can do the split screen locally, as well as you and a friend can go online and do doubles matches together, which is also pretty cool. The issues, though, are there aren't on the other modes. It's just the singles or the doubles. There's no triples or other kinds of different variations to the game. You can't change the amount of points per matchup or add any other stipulations to things. There's only the one arena. There are 4 playable characters in the game, and you can unlock some new color schemes for their outfits, taunts, and a few titles as well. This is all done by earning points at the end of matches, and then you can use a capsule machine by spending the points, and you'll get a random capsule. Even if you have one character that you're playing as more so than the others, you're just going to get a random item, so you may end up getting taunts and color schemes for the characters you're not playing as. But outside of that, there isn't anything else here with Disc Jam, unfortunately. The added addition of something like a season mode or challenges, more characters, more costumes, or something else, just anything else, would make the game an overall better package for sure. The core game though is a lot of fun, and supposedly they are going to be working on it and adding more updates down the road, which will hopefully add some of the stuff that I hope they end up including. From the technical side of things, everything did run smoothly. I didn't run any major glitching or crashing of any sort. The only time there was any issue was the lag, but of course that's based on the connection with you and your opponent that you're playing. This game is available for $14.99 on the PlayStation 4. It does not feature a full trophy list or a platinum. One of the trophies is for completing and winning 50 online matches, so I know some people out there may be a bit turned away by that trophy in particular. Overall, it is a really fun game, and it's the basis for what could be a great game. But as it is now, this jam is going to get a 6 out of 10. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.